Good morning students. Today we are going to start with the chapter 9 connecting PHP and MySQL. So PHP is the server-side scripting language whereas MySQL is the database management system. So these are the various functions we are going to discuss in this chapter. So let us see what is the necessity for connecting these two, the server-side scripting or various programming language with the database management system. And the necessary is and the reason is the data, because data is very important to all the computer and internet based applications. There are enormous data stored in the or created in the internet, and those data needs to be stored in a or manipulated in a secure and convenient environment, because those data are valuable. All the data are valuable. All the data that are stored in the internet are valuable. So to overcome these necessities, RDBMS comes into the role. So RDBMS are MySQL, DB2 or Oracle. These are the various RDBMS available. So the PHP and MySQL connectivity is established with the help of the MySQLi, that is the extension available in PHP. That is the extension available in PHP. So let us see the various functions one by one. So let us start with the first two functions. The first one is the MySQLi connect. So it is used to connect the database. It is used to connect the database. So this is syntax for MySQLi connect. First we have to mention the server name, in which server the database runs, and the username, password and the database name. So let us see the example. So here the connection variable, here I am storing the connection string in a variable. So MySQL connect, and the server name as localhost. Localhost is nothing but the current system in which the database is running or working. Localhost by default will be localhost, and the username as a user and password as a PWD, and the database name as a DB. With this, the database from the server will be get started, will be get connected. So this is how the MySQLi connect works. So next is the MySQLi select database, select DB. It is nothing but it changes the default database. So the default database will be changed to the current or new database. Okay. So let us see the syntax. MySQL select DB connection. That is, the connection is nothing but the connection string. The connection server name, username, password and the database, and the default database with a new database name. That is the existing database name. So let us see the example. MySQL select DB, and this variable must be used here as a connection variable, and this test will be changed with the DB. So the DB is the default database which I have opened in the connection string, and I am changing the DB as the test. So to change the database connection, the MySQL select DB is used. Next is the MySQLi query. So it is used to retrieve and manipulate the data from the database. So rather executing each and every query in a separate from the connection, we combine the connection and the respective query with the help of MySQL query. So for example, this is the syntax MySQL query and the connection object and the SQL query, and these two will be stored in a separate variable. Say here the example connection MySQL connect, the same as server user password and the database name, and here I am declaring a variable SQL where it contains a SQL query which you have studied in the chapter 3, that is select star from database, which means it selects all the data from the database DB and stores in the variable SQL. So now I am executing this MySQL query. It first checks the connection with all the server details and credentials, and it executes the SQL query. So to execute the SQL query with the connection object, so MySQL query is used. Next is the MySQL affected rows. it returns the number of rows which are get affected. It means which are get retrieved, which are manipulated. Some changes has been made in the rows. So those number of rows will be returned as a result. Okay, as a, here the connection string and the SQL here is a query select star from database, which means all the rows, all the table, all the data is retrieved. It means all the rows gets affected. The value will be stored in the variable MySQL query connection and SQL, and it checks how many rows get affected. So MySQL affected rows and the connection object must be given. Next is the MySQL connect error. So it returns the error description. So in case if any error occurs in the connection, so it returns the error description of the last error occurred. Okay, let us see here connection variable MySQL connect. In case we have given the server user password and DB, we will be checking in the if condition whether if there is any problem or not in the connection. In case if the server name mismatch, the connection will not be established. So in case if the error occurs, if connection failed, it returns the MySQL connect underscore error means it returns server name mismatch. Like that, it has some error description of the previous, that the last error connection occurred. Next is the MySQL fetch associate. It means that the result will be returned or will be stored as the associative array, will be stored and the output will be represented as the associative array. So associative array you have learned in the previous chapters as the key value pair data structure. The value will be stored in the key, and with the help of the key the value can be accessed. So like that, the result will be stored. Let us see the example, the connection string and the SQL select. I am just selecting the first name from the database. So the first name will be stored, the values will be in the first name values will be stored like A, B, C, for example. So this is the key and these are the values. So this is the key and these are the values. Okay. So now the result is MySQL query is stored in the result, and I am using the variable row. So for each row, MySQL fetch associated the result will be stored in the associative array format. So printf is used to print the values. So this percentage s is used for printing the string. Okay, and the variable array variable and the value is, the key is first name. All the values available in the key, all the values, multiple values available in the key will be printed. And the last one is the MySQL close function. So we have manipulated the data and stored the data with the help of various functions available in the MySQL. And last, we have to close the connection. After completing all the work in the database, we have to close the connection. It's nothing but just connection variable, and just in the next line MySQL close, and the connection variable must be given. So these are the various functions available in the MySQL. Let us see the next chapter in the next video. Thank you.